What is up, everybody? It is Seppo Pajo here and we are at Turku Open. I have a giveaway to announce. We got Prodigy BP1, we got 8 discs, we got a water bottle, we got a towel, and it's going to one of you guys. All you need to do is subscribe to MDG Media's YouTube channel, like the video, and leave a comment down below. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy the videos.
Hey everyone, we are back for the last 9 holes of the back 9 MPO Field 2024 Turku Open presented by Prodigy Disc. We are at the second elite stop of the DGPT Europe this season. Hard front 9 for our lead card, only Mauri Villmann having a good pace. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see what's going on, Elias.
Yeah, they really need to come back and get some birdies. You know, Mauri, of course, kind of controlling the entire card. He's already up 4 or 5 strokes on everybody. I feel like the most notable mistakes were, I feel like Niklas was putting really bad. Mikael and Jakub not also really, they're getting a lot of bogeys without getting a lot of birdies.
Yeah, pretty hard on every side, I'd say, for Jakub, Niklas and Mikael. Really tough start for Mikael, didn't help. Yeah, and they took time to take their first birdies also. And yeah, for the moment, Mauri is more worried about the rest of the field than the rest of his card. So let's see if Niklas is able to get back. Let's see if Jakub is able to use his experience to make something happen right now on to hole 10.
Yeah, hole 10, another very birdieable hole. This is gonna be the theme for the next couple of holes. You know, 115 meters playing a little bit downhill. Probably you have to throw about 105 to get there. It's just a perfectly dead straight shot. You can flex it a little bit if you want to. Just avoid going long because there's OB both on the right, left and behind that little slope on the long side.
Yeah, amazing change on this hole compared to last season. We were not able to see the basket from the tee pad this year. It's all on the player's side. It's a perfect shot, almost perfect shot from Mauri. Really good control.
Yeah, I like the height of going a little bit lower, since then you're hopefully not going to go too far past the basket. Same thing for Jakub, you know, a lot of speed on the disc, but he went so low and with a slightly overstable flex shot, just killing the glide.
Yeah, really great shot from Jakub, just outside the bullseye. And a bit of turn, more height also on Mikael's side. Yeah, good shot. Close from the OB on the left side, but inbounds, circle's edge.
And I think a really good hole for Niklas as well. Really everybody on the card. You know, this is kind of what I was talking about in the front 9, as that's almost a pork chop. You know, everybody on the card are very much control players. Not the big bombers, but rather, you know, really controllable backhand, forehand. And let's see, from the edge of the circle, Mikael not quite it.
Yeah, Mauri left with a 7 to 8 meters putt. Good. Is it a turkey? 3rd in a row?
I think that might be the 4th in a row already.
Heating up. 13 down now and solo leader after his birdie. Good one from Jakub also.
Yeah, getting back to even par. But, you know, in Mauri, I feel like in Mauri's demeanor right now, you can kind of see the similar thing as what he had last season when he was winning a lot of those early season tournaments. You know, very casual, very relaxed. Even on the putts, just whipping the arm and, you know, not reacting at all.
He doesn't seem stressed by anything. Yeah, doesn't think too much. Looks like he's on the practice round, really.
Yeah, and that's gonna have to continue to be the case on hole 11. Very tight par 4. You have to throw this low ceiling fairway driver or distance driver off the tee. You want to go straight with hopefully a little left finish at the end. Try to find yourself into this sweet spot that still has a couple of obstacles in the way. Depending where you are, you can go for a straight shot with either forehand or backhand. Sometimes if you have a tree in the way, you might have to flex it a little. It's pretty easy when you get to the sweet spot, but I think important to just place your drive down there. That's the most difficult part.
And that's a wide sweet spot. You can go deep, a bit short. You have so many gaps to go up the hill to the basket on the second. If you just go through that first tunnel and fight with that slope also from left to right, need to control the turn. But perfect shot from Mauri. Exactly where you need to land.
A little bit more aggressive to the left from Jakub, making the approach slightly shorter, and that's the perfect spot. Only a straight shot from there, only about 70 meters. And this hole was another good change. You can see the old tee pad just in front of us. Made this hole about, 20 meters longer for this year. I think a really good change, as it's more difficult but still the same shot.
Yeah, exactly. That's now the FPO tee pad. It was so much easier last season. Need to fight with that first gap. And great shots from the entire card. See if Mikael is able to keep the pace. A bit too much inside. Let's see if he has an angle to go to the basket from there. And as you could see, Niklas and Jakub are at the same spot. Almost exact same spot for both of the players. And that's a great shot uphill. Going for a fourth in a row or even a fifth.
Yeah, fifth in a row, that's a good chance. And his putt from inside the circle is looking more dialed down. He did miss a little bit from inside the circle in the beginning of the round.
Imagine without those two mistakes.
Yeah, still shooting a great round. But looks like Niklas is also finding his groove just outside the bullseye. And Jakub, pretty simple approach from here. He loves that slightly overstable sidearm. I think with a justice maybe?
Yeah, it might be. Circle's edge for Jakub. Angle issues on this one for Mikael. Overstable disc needed. To put a bit more power, more angle to the left. Good up. It's gonna be a bogey for Mikael.
Let's see, Jakub. Important putt here, and he has not got it. That would have been so good for momentum to start off the back nine with two birdies. At the same time, Mauri here for another casual make, this time a little bit on the right, but still not too worried.
Yeah, catching the chains, staying into the cage, and 14 down now. Solo leader, second birdie in a row for Niklas. Hopefully finding his way now. And two bars, Mikael and Jakub. In my bad, I thought Mikael was going for the bogey. Not quite. On to hole 12.
Yeah, one of the nicest, most satisfying holes on the course, at least from the player's perspective. Also plays very difficult. Good separation on this hole. 137 meters. It's pretty much a straight shot if you want to park it. But most players are throwing a slightly overstable disc towards this right side bush and trying to fade just in front of it. Hopefully fade a little bit left of the basket. That's gonna be the safest play if you want to get down there for a look. We're playing to the white basket as always. And yeah, just avoid that right side OB. The biggest mistake is to throw it to the right side trees. And that's another reason why most players are rather fading left than turning it to the right.
Mauri opening the show. Good looking drive. Yeah, outside the circle. You have an opportunity from there.
And I think this is another really good hole for Niklas. Just this straight, flat penetrating shot with a little bit of fade at the end. This one is pretty far right, needs to fade in front of that bush if he wants to get inbounds. Never mind, he has gone on the backside. That is I think that's a little bit lucky to be on the right side of the bush and still come back in bounds, but he's gonna take that. It's no more than 6 meters to the basket from there.
For a first turkey on the round. Important. Oh. Wow, it could have been an awful break. Went OB and back in bounds.
Very low shot from Mikael. Trying to play the skip. I think he maybe wanted to go a little bit higher still than that. But he's gonna have a look similar range to Mauri from C2.
Everybody's around. Let's see. As our group is going towards the green. First attempt for Jakub. C2. Weird footing. Yeah, shy left. Not the ugliest line, I'd say. Good height. And front cage hit for Mikael.
This would be huge. Nah, that's... I feel like the first shot in a few holes that looks a little bit off, you know?
Yeah.
That was right out of the hand. Bit of a weird release. Maybe he was trying to go softer because there's still that OB in the back.
Exactly. Maybe a bit scared. He doesn't really need to go too aggressive. He has a lot of strokes on the card and on the field. And a good cleanup, 4 or 5 meters. 6 down on the round. 6 holes to go.
But even with, you know, how... I'd say how poorly the rest of the card has been playing, still Jakub only 5 strokes back. Niklas only 4 strokes back. That's very manageable. They still have, you know, 24 holes to play in the tournament.
You're right. You're right. And we have, how do you say this name? It's so hard for me.
Oiva Päivänsalo. He's a good practice mate of mine. He's only 16 years old.
We are here. We are one. We will fight. We will fall. We will prevail. From the fjords of Norway to the shores of Spain, from the fire of Iceland to the hope of Ukraine, 30 countries, one voice. Go Europe!
So yeah, we were mentioning your card mates at the practice. He's in the lead right now. Super young, rising star in Finland, and yeah, on to hole 13. What do you think about this one?
Hole 13, it's a pretty simple hole, but it's also very easy to make a mistake on this one. 121 meters, playing much longer, probably closer to 130, 135, even 140. Most players are gonna try to hit this gap, you know, try to go with a nice flat shot, glide a distance driver, throw it pretty much as hard as they can, hit the gap and hopefully get up there in the circle. A lot of shots ending up short on this hole.
Yeah, playing as a bomber hole with the uphill. Pretty hard to reach the basket. And nicely protected also by the Gordons.
I think if you want to miss on this hole, you want to be left. Because from left you can still have a putt. If you go right, you're almost never having a putt.
Exactly, and it's usual to go through those trees on the left side. You're just aiming to them, and yeah, hopefully you'll go through.
We saw Niklas was a little bit short, as is pretty usual for this hole, and Mauri aiming towards that left side. As you can see, as you said, just going through the trees, he's gonna be just on the edge of the circle, if not inside.
Another birdie opportunity for Mauri. Oh yeah, bullseye hit for Jakub. He needed this one to go 10 down overall. Great looking drive.
Yeah, that's really the line that you want to hit. Never really challenging the right side bushes, but just driving flat through the gap. Let's see if Mikael can follow. I think he's a little bit more on the left side. But once again, it's an okay miss there. Although he's pretty far left, he might not have a putt from there. Yeah, just having to pitch up with a forehand. Easy par though.
Yeah, should be 45 meters left. And Niklas with a tricky putt. Oh, good line. Ooh, almost OB. So easy. Casual. 7 down now. For Mauri. Yeah, taking a stroke back on Niklas, the one he lost on the previous one. Yeah, back 9 is definitely better than the first 9 holes. It was really hard on the front 9 now. The entire card. Find his way.
Yeah, great to see, but that's also, I feel like, what is to be expected of these players. Especially, you know, I think Niklas had the interview just 2 days ago where he was talking about the fact that even when he's playing bad, he can be in the mix. And I feel like that's exactly what's happening right now. You know, he's 5 strokes back off the lead, even when he's played very bad on the front.
Yeah, you're right. He's now into the top 10. Yeah, you know, he can just heat up on the last holes. He has an entire round tomorrow, so he has time. There is room to win this tournament. Let's see. Hole 14 was one of the toughest.
For sure. A very tough par 4. Not a long one, even going downhill on the drive. You don't need much distance off the tee, only about 90 meters, and that's gonna be good if you want to get a birdie. Really difficult gap to hit though off the tee. These players are good at hitting gaps though, luckily for them. If you're in the middle of the fairway of the tee, you're gonna have about 90 meters. Have to go with a perfectly straight or slightly right turning approach. You can do slight backhand turnover or a forehand.
Yeah, which is pretty nice option knowing the slope from right to left. Yeah, let's see. You need a lot of touch on this second shot with this slight slope going to the pin. Yeah, and it was a good hit for Mauri. Could have stopped there. Good bounce on the tree.
I think he still has a chance for the birdie even from there. You could see he was, you know, kind of past the 100-meter stake, so only about 90 meters to go. Jakub hitting early though, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I think he's back in the middle of the fairway, just still in the tunnel. And that's a great shot. You'll see he's gonna mess with the catch cam. Crazy distance.
Wow, I think that's the best drive I have seen this year. He's gonna have no more than 65 meters from there.
Yeah, exactly. With that ceiling, you can't go higher than what he just did. Perfect height. And that's a good shot also from Mikael out of the first part. Let's see where Jakub. Yeah, he's not too obstructed by anything.
That's a good shot, you know, just chipping it down there. He's gonna have a tricky approach from there, but very doable. I feel like every approach on this hole is kind of tricky with the slope.
Yeah, exactly. He's 60, 70 meters from the pin. Still some work to do to save the par. And a good kick for Mauri, also a good throw in the end. Just around the basket, bullseye. For another birdie.
Yeah, that's such a good birdie to get. Only 18% of the field birdieing this hole. It's the third most difficult, and you're getting a lot of strokes. On the field, possibly even on this card, if you get a birdie as Mauri here. Of course, Jakub here playing just for the par. We still haven't even gotten to Niklas's drive.
Yeah. Too good. Ooh, good bounce on the ground. And yeah, good recovery for Jakub. It's gonna be an easy par. Yeah, knowing his first landing spot is pretty nice. Yeah, fading too early for Niklas. Good touch, but just... yeah, needed to keep the line a bit more. He's left with a 9 to 10 meters uphill putt.
Mikael, nice putt there. He's gonna need that, you know, confidence going into round 3. After a round like this, it's gonna be so difficult to play well in the round number 3, but he's still in decent position in the tournament, you know, inside of top 20. It's not bad.
Good one from Niklas. Well needed. 3 down now on the round. 11 overall. Tied 5th. He's back. 4 birdies through 5 holes on the back 9. And what about Mauri? 8 down, almost matching the hot score from yesterday. And 4 holes to go. Only one really tough, the next one, 16. But yeah, before that, let's go through hole 15. What do you think?
Yeah, hole 15, very birdieable. This is a hole that you want to birdie. If you're on the lead card, you know that you're gonna lose some strokes if you get a par. 102 meters. The main difficulty here is the low ceiling. You have to throw a straight to left finishing shot with something, you know, most players are going with an overstable mid-range of sorts. Just keep it very low, because the low ceiling is so easy to hit if you go high at all.
Where is it? Okay, a bit short, just outside the circle. Not sure. No catch cam on this one.
I think that's early left. He's not gonna be within putting. Well, maybe just within putting distance, but definitely not a very makeable distance.
Yeah, exactly. From a deep range. And fading a bit short for Mikael. We'll have a look. And you can see the crowd. Yeah, a good amount of people following the lead card to yesterday.
Yeah, I like that. Even more people, you know, near holes 1 and 17 and 18, where you can get with a general access ticket. You know, it's one of the first events in Europe where we have been selling tickets, and I feel like that's, you know, it's a sign of development in disc golf. And the tickets they were pretty cheap, you know, €7 a piece for the cheapest one.
Yeah, it's not too expensive to watch disc golf for the moment. And a good looking line from Jakub from 35 meters. Good try.
And let's see, Mauri, this would really solidify his lead. And not the case. He's gonna have a tricky comeback or two. That's about 8 meters.
Yeah, skipping off the bend. Let's see. It's gonna be a 7-8. Yeah, maybe even 9 meters. Oh, short left side for Mikael. And that's, you know, confidence in motion for Mauri. He's into the groove. That's exactly the kind of putt you need to make if you want to keep that momentum. They're pretty weird, so we don't have any birdie.
Yeah, surprising. Really surprising by the card, and Mikael just barely catching the right side.
Yeah, par frame on this one is definitely not what you're looking for the lead card. And let's see, some split screen.
Open champion, hold like this!
Okay, so Mauri is solo leader, as you could see. And Proctor James is heating up also on the chase card. Let's move on to the hardest hole in the course.
Yeah, definitely hardest, if not the second hardest, hole number 16. Once again, not a long par 4, only 189 meters, but such a tight tunnel off the tee. You need to hit it perfectly down the middle if you want to have a chance to get a birdie on this hole. After the drive, there isn't that much distance left, only about 100 meters from a good drive. Maybe even shorter if you hit it very good. But the angle, you have a blind approach. Let's see if Mauri can hit it down the fairway. Off the tree, I think that's a pretty good result.
Yeah, definitely. He's far down there on that tunnel. And that's an amazing shot from Niklas. He will have a look uphill to the basket, as you just mentioned. Blind second shot.
Mikael kind of fading out to the left. He's gonna have to go, I think, with a lean out forehand maybe.
Yeah, not too bad. If you are able to go out of this tunnel on the second shot, you're just in position to have a par, which is pretty nice on this 16th hole.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, 42% of the field getting an above par score on this hole, so bogey or worse. As Jakub, he's going to be in risk of being one of those 42%.
Yeah, bouncing off the rock. He's pretty okay in the end for Mikael. He will be able to see the basket from there on the third shot.
Roll down. I think Jakub, he's gonna have a tricky putt on top of those rocks. Let's see if Mauri is going for it. I think he's trying to go for it with a forehand. Pretty good effort. I like the flip up forehand. There's OB right on this approach, so you really don't want to turn it at all to the right. If you do it, I mean, if you turn it to the right, you're almost always gonna find yourself in that right side OB.
Bullseye on hole 16. What's the percentage of birdie on this one?
Man, there's no more than 13% in the field, so 1 in about 8 players.
Good. Good for Niklas. Yeah, easy layup for Mauri again. He doesn't really need to be too aggressive. Yeah, and left short for Jakub. He's gonna drop a stroke on this one. Good par for Mikael. Yeah, power average on this one for the lead card. Pretty nice.
Yeah, par is good on this hole, although I'm sure at least Jakub and Mikael wanted to have that birdie. You know, these guys know if they want to be on the lead card for tomorrow, they have to be minus 13 for total.
Yeah, Niklas needs one more birdie to be lead card tomorrow, hole 17. Not the easiest one, not the hardest. What about it?
Yep, you have a couple of choices. You can go for a huge forehand hyzer, or some players are even going for a low forehand hyzer through this gap. A lot of players also going for the backhand turnover. Really important just to turn it right at the correct time. The gap isn't very big and it's sideways compared to the tee pad, so you have to really push it to the right at the end and at the correct time. Easy to go long or too short with the turn.
Oh yeah, and he slipped on the tee pad. He was pretty pissed after this one. Yeah, too much inside. He's gonna struggle inside those trees right side. And that's another line. Estonian line. It wouldn't surprise me that Silver is taking the same. That's a great shot from Mauri to go 17 down, 4 meters left.
Man, that's a lot of power. He even went over all of those guardian trees, not only through the gap. And Mikael here, you know, maybe doesn't have quite the same power on the sidearm, having to play with the gap still, and that's just so far inside. And this one looks like to be a little bit too far for the gap. Never mind, that was perfect.
Good one. Hitting the gap, you can see the crowd is waiting for the last group to arrive on 18. But first a couple up shots and putts. Before heading to the final hole, now Niklas into the woods. Yeah, making it a run. Almost just right side, good height.
I think he's gonna be losing another stroke to Mauri. And Jakub, that perfect putt has just come out from the middle. What can you say about that? That was as perfect as it could be.
Yeah, bad break. That's the... It can happen with the spin putt, I'd say, you know. Sometimes it's just going to the wrong spot. You can't really do anything about it. And as you can see, Jakub just accepted the fact that it happened.
Yeah, I feel like it always happens when you're having a bad round otherwise as well, you know. Jakub being even par, he's not happy with it, but that one birdie would have helped a lot.
Yeah, exactly. to be back to the double-digit club. 12 down for Niklas still. He still needs a birdie to be lead card tomorrow, and we are moving on to the last hole of the round.
Yeah, luckily for Niklas, hole 18 very manageable to get the birdie. 116 meters, perfectly open. Most players are going for a big backhand hyzer. It's really all about just line control and distance control on this hole. You want to land, ideally if you want to park it, you want to land just short of the basket and skip up there. If you land at all long, a lot of the times the fast driver hyzer is skipping and you might have a 10-meter putt from the long side.
Exactly, and you need to manage the wind on this one. It's an open hole. It was pretty calm end of the day yesterday. Okay. Good shot to go for the hot round of the weekend. 10 down, double digit. He should be fine. 4 or 5 meters left for Mauri.
Yeah, incredible round, and he's gonna have, if he makes that putt, the best round that is played so far. The total of the second place right now is 14 under. So Mauri has a chance to take a 4-stroke lead, as Niklas is in the island, Mikael also in the island, and only Jakub to go.
Yeah, he needs this one. Hunting the chains on this last drive for Jakub. Everybody's inside the island. Good stuff. Who's gonna start the putting challenge? And you can see the good angle. Perfect. Good one after the miss on the previous one.
Yeah,
authority.
Yeah, so I feel like sometimes players go a little bit softer after a spit out, but no signs of that from Jakub.
And nice one, nice way to finish the round. Really tough one for Mikael. +1 through the 18 holes. Clean scorecard on the back 9, but yeah, needed to play better if he wanted to keep the pace with Mauri and the rest of the card.
And Niklas somehow, after shooting a pretty nightmare front 9, he's able to get to the lead card still.
Yeah, 6 down on the back 9, really clean. As Mauri, exactly the same, 6 down on the last 9 holes. And 10 down through the second round, 18 down, 4 strokes ahead of the second spot. I still don't want to say his name, I can't do it.
Yeah, Oiva Päivänsalo gonna be tied for second, a 16-year-old guy from Veikkola, Finland. You can see the scoreboard there. James Proctor and Niklas Anttila finishing our lead card for tomorrow. Gonna be a very interesting card. A lot of experience from, Mauri, Niklas and James, and then a guy we have never really seen on coverage before.
That's exactly what we need, man. A new face, some experience, and the chase card is pretty cool. So 4 different country represented. So pretty happy about what's going on. Let's see, man. It's gonna be interesting tomorrow. If Mauri is able to start hot, he will probably be in position to win a first elite event.
Yeah, for sure. I think the first holes are definitely gonna be deciding the faith on one side or the other. I hope you guys come back tomorrow for the final round. Gonna be exciting. See you there.
Yeah, thank you guys. See you tomorrow.